Hey, Rob, today's your payday, right? You're going to contribute a bit this month, right? Don't tell me you aren't going to give me any money for monthly expenses again, are you? I thought we were going to share cost. That's what we decided when we got married.
What? Oh, not this again. Always hit me up for money. You just changed jobs for God's sake. You make more than I do and now you want more. Give me a break. Why are women so greedy?
What are you talking about? I make like $50 more than you. And it's not about who makes more, it's about sharing expenses. We agreed on this. Have you forgotten already?
Yeah, but that means you make $600 more than me per year. That isn't peanuts, you know. $600 can buy a lot of grocery, you know.
Yeah, but like I said, $50 for then you per month? It really doesn't seem like much of a difference.
That's a huge difference. Just so there is no misunderstanding, my monthly salary is mine and mine alone to spend how I like. You got that? You make more, you handle it. You can take care of all monthly expenses. We're a married couple and we share expenses, but you make more, so you of course have to pay for it all. Logical, right? My salary is my allowance.
I really can't understand your logic, Rob. I think you need your head examined, to be honest.
Hey, Cindy. What's up, girl? Long time no see. I couldn't wait to send you a text.
Hey, is that really you, Marie? Holy crap, good to hear from you, girl. Wow, it's been like ages. How you been? Say you're here for at least a week, please.
I'm doing just great. How are you holding up, Cindy?
You sending me a line message means you're back stateside, am I right?
Yeah, still stationed over in the UK, but just back for some business. I have to return in a couple of weeks. There's a reception I have to attend here at headquarters, and then a bunch of meetings and such. They love meetings.
Yeah, tell me about it. I have like 5 meetings a day. We started putting a time limit on them because it was getting ridiculous. Hey, we can get together for dinner and a few drinks, or just meet up briefly.
Are you kidding me? Of course. I was just gonna ask if you were free. Let's do it and we can eat and then have drinks afterwards. I can't wait to have some hometown cooking. I was getting sick and tired of fish and chips. I need some good old-fashioned steak and a cold draft beer. No more of that warm ale for me.
All right, you've come to the right person. I know the perfect place downtown.
Hey, Cindy, you there? Respond already! I was just downtown, so what the hell was all that about?
Give me a little time to respond, would ya? What was that?
Yeah, I saw you go into that steak and ribs place on Colton Street. What the hell was that about?
Oh, that. I was meeting with my friend Marie. You know her, my old college buddy. She's back for a few weeks from her posting in the UK. Wanted some real down-to-earth American food. Where else is there but Barney's, right? So, I took work off a bit early and had dinner and drinks with her.
You took time off from work? Are you out of your mind? You do realize that it will be deducted from your salary, right? And that place isn't exactly cheap. A normal steak is like $40. I'm sure you guzzled that down with 4 or 5 beers. Oh, I get it. You're rubbing it in my face, aren't you? Why do you take pleasure in tormenting me?
Where did you get that cockamamie idea? I'm not tormenting anybody. And what are you talking about? Rubbing what in your face? Besides, I only took 3 hours off. It's part of my paid holiday. It won't affect my salary. And you seeing me go into Barney's is none of your damn business. I'm having lunch with an off friend. You sound like some old lady complaining about a dented can of soup at the grocery store, for God's sake.
An old lady complain?
You know what, Rob? Let me ask you a question in return. Your office is not exactly near Barney's, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so what? What are you getting at? Are you saying I was downtown playing around?
I know you're not in sales or marketing, so why would you see me going to Barney's, which is way downtown, and it was like 3 p.m. or so? What were you doing there?
Well, that was,
Why, Rob? Why were you there? Did you take the day off?
Yeah, just coincidence, that's all. I'm not in sales, but I do go out on occasion for various chores.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Stop acting like you're better than me. Just because you make more doesn't mean you can treat me as an inferior.
Oh my god, not this again. You never let up on that, do you? What's this irrational obsession of yours? Anyway, I'm still here at the restaurant bar with Marie. We haven't seen each other in ages, at least a year. We have a lot to talk about. Can we cut this short?
You really got nerve talking to your husband that way. It's not an irrational obsession. You make more than me, and that's a fact. There's no denying it. Anyway, you got your priorities all screwed up. You should be giving your husband priority. I'm the one that's the pillar of this household, for God's sake. Hey, Cindy, did you just cut me off? I can't believe you. I wasn't finished.
Hey, Cindy. Thanks for today. That steak really hit the spot. I forgot how juicy they were. It was way better than I expected. I had so much fun hearing all those stories. Really brought back a lot of good memories, huh?
Yeah, I had a blast too. And your stories of life in the UK? I envy you, Marie. I wish I could run off to a foreign country about now.
Oh, yeah? Well, you're welcome to visit anytime. Hey, about that, did you work it out with him? You seemed kind of upset when we first got there.
Huh? Work what out?
Your husband. He was sending you messages. Was he pissed about something? Rob, right? I only met him once or twice. He seemed like the quiet type in my opinion, but when you're texting him, you look like you're about to strangle someone. What was that about?
Oh, that. Yeah. Did I really look that frustrated? I really should be careful, huh? It gets on my nerves sometimes.
Don't tell me it's about your salary. The recent increase you told me about. Have you even told him about your latest pay raise? You said it was a pretty major increase. You probably deserve it knowing how hard you work.
Yeah, well, as I mentioned earlier, he's sort of irritable now, so I'm looking for the right time. I say something now, especially about a pay hike, he would bite my head off.
Really? I thought he'd be overjoyed. I know it's a private matter between husband and wife. I really shouldn't interfere, but feel free to contact me anytime if you need someone to talk to. I'll help any way I can. I'm here for the next 2 weeks, so I'm here for you.
Thanks, Marie. That makes me feel a whole lot better.
Hey, Cindy, are you there? Pick up if you are. Sorry to contact you so early. Can we talk? This might be important.
Hey, Marie, what's all the rush? Something wrong? Are you in some kind of trouble?
No, nothing like that. It's about you. Did your husband come home last night?
About me? Really? Rob? No, he didn't come home. Said he drank too much with his friend from work. Didn't want to waste money on a cab or Uber, so he said he was staying at a coworker's place. I think he lives downtown somewhere.
Oh, yeah? I didn't think he was a responsible type that would bother to call in.
What's the matter? Your trouble at work or something related to what we talked about yesterday? What's up?
No, nothing like that. I'm set up in a hotel for the next couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, right. Of course you are. At the Arthurian Hotel not far from your office, as I recall. Nice hotel, by the way.
Yeah, it is kind of nice. Not sure how to say this, so I'm just gonna say it. I saw your husband.
Pardon me?
There's a restaurant on the first floor of this hotel. Pretty nice Italian place. I saw him walking with this young girl hanging on his arm.
Wait, back up. You saw Rob with a girl? Am I hearing you right? Are you sure it was Rob?
Yup, I'm sure that was him. And I think he stayed overnight with her at this hotel. I saw him return his key at the front desk. It was just so sudden that I didn't have time to snap a photo with my phone, but I'm 100% positive that it was your husband.
I see. At a hotel with a girl, huh? Did you recognize the girl?
No, nobody I know. I'm really sorry to spring this on you all of a sudden. I wasn't sure if I should or not. I just sent you a line text out of impulse. I wasn't sure what to say and I had no concrete evidence like a photo. But I just had to tell you while it was still fresh in my mind, I guess. Kinda disorganized, I know.
Don't worry about it. I sort of had a funny feeling about it for some time. Figured he was seeing someone. Maybe it's that wife's intuition or something, I suppose. He was acting kinda weird. You know what? I'm actually relieved that you told me.
Yeah? I'm glad you feel that way. I hope I wasn't out of line or anything. Just seemed worse if I kept my mouth shut. Hold it a second, Cindy. They're still here.
Are you serious? They're still hanging around?
Just a second. Let me go over there and get a better look. Yeah, they're sitting down in the hotel lounge.
He said he was going to work as usual today.
Seems like he took both yesterday and today off from work. They seem to be talking about staying a couple of more nights.
You're kidding me, right? How could he even afford the place?
I can't hear all that well, but she said she's been staying for about a month already. Apparently, Rob is footing the bill. Yeah, she's thanking him for paying. Touching his hand real intimate like, sorry. There, I can hear better right here. Evidently, she got evicted from her apartment and he's currently looking for a place to live. Your husband said he's going to find her a place and pay the deposit and the monthly rent from now on.
I'm surprised you can hear all that. Where the hell are you anyway?
Well, I'm sitting right behind them, but with my back turned to them. It's like they're talking directly to me. I can hear every friggin' word now. I really should be recording all this.
You're not serious. If he recognizes you, he'll flip out.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while, but he may recognize me, so I'm trying not to turn toward him the best I can. I've got my reading glasses on, and I just dyed my hair brown before leaving the UK, so maybe I'll be okay.
I'm really sorry to put you through this. It's like I hired you to follow him or something, huh?
Don't worry about it. It's actually kind of thrilling. But that aside, do you know that this hotel's at a minimum $200 a night for a single room?
$200 for a single? Must be twice that for a double. Are you sure?
I'm here in business, so the company pays for everything, so I have nothing to worry about. But if she's staying for the past month, that means she's paying at least $6,000 already.
If you add weekends, it's probably even more per night.
Yeah, you got that right. And I'll bet you anything they are emptying the fridge every night. They're planning to stay a few more nights so you can add another $2,000 or so to that.
That's like 3 or 4 months of his salary. How's he going to pay for it? Does he have some sort of secret stash?
You're forgetting his pledge to pay her deposit and rent for the foreseeable future, according to him. Not to mention taking her out to dinner and drinks and God knows what else. She seems to be dressed pretty nicely in that handbag. That's over $1,000 for sure. It's a Louis whatever.
Now I see why he won't or maybe can't share home expenses. Is that what he's using it all on? I'll do a little checking on my own too. I'll ask around. I know a few people at his office.
And one more point, might be kind of important. I recommend that you check your own bank account. Make sure he's not dipping into your savings.
Huh? He wouldn't do that. I don't think he knows my password. But yeah, you're right.
Oh, wait. I think they're returning to their room. They're headed toward the elevator. I'm gonna follow them up and check which room they're staying in. This is getting kind of exciting. I feel like a spy or something. I'll send you the room number once I get it. Maybe it'll come in handy. I don't know.
Just be careful, Marie. Don't let them see you. Hey, Rob, you there? Pick up if you can. This won't take long. You said you went straight to your office after spending the night at your coworker's place, right? Your coworker lives downtown, you said.
Yeah, that's right. I never said he lived downtown, just a co-worker. What are you, checking up on me? I bet you think I'm having an affair or something.
You didn't text me this morning, so I was just making sure. That's all. Got a bit worried.
Oh yeah, worried, huh? You worried about me, Cindy? Oh yeah, I should have mentioned this to you earlier. We had this huge problem at the office yesterday. My staff screwed up with a client's account. I have to take care of it until it's resolved. A total hassle if you ask me. We really need better people. As that's the case, I might not be able to return for a couple of days.
Oh, really? Sounds kind of sudden.
Well, you can't very well predict this kind of thing. These things happen out of the blue. In a perfect world, this kind of thing never happens. I'm on my break now, but I'm going to be pretty busy, so I may not respond right away at times, just so you know.
Okay. Well, I can still reach you. Can I ask you something?
Yeah, what is it?
You've been dipping into my personal savings, haven't you?
Huh? What's savings? You have a personal savings account? Figures.
You know perfectly well what I'm talking about. The money I'd saved before we got married. I told you about. I never use it. It's just for emergencies.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
When we both went to the bank to get a new cash cards, I remember you sneaking a look at my password. I even saw you writing it down in the coffee shop.
I have no idea what you accuse me of. I was just making notes for work. You're being paranoid, Cindy.
I wasn't going to use this account. This was strictly for emergency use. I've only used it twice before, but I just checked my account at the bank and the balance has shrunk drastically the last 3 months. What the hell did you use the money for, Rob? And don't lie to me. I approve of it right here.
What's it to you anyway? Your money is your money. We're married, or have you forgotten? I thought I made myself clear. You make money and take care of all home-related expenses.
Yeah? So?
I'm the head honcho here. Don't be insubordinate. Just do as I say. Why do I have to keep repeating myself for Pete's sake? You continue to disobey me, and I will have no other choice but to file for divorce. You don't want that, do you? If you don't want me to dump you, just work, cook, and clean the house, huh? That's all you're good for.
Are you serious? You low-life, good-for-nothing scumbag.
Excuse me? What did you just call me? That's no waiter.
I'll say it again, scumbag. You took money out of the account because you needed it, huh? For what?
It was, I was only trying to...
No, I don't know. Come on, what exactly did you use it for? I want the details, you low-life jerk.
Well, let's see. What exactly did I use it for? I have to check my notes on this. There was let's see. When I couldn't get home, I needed money for a hotel.
I thought you stayed at your coworker's place. Anyway, who spends $10,000 for 1 or 2 nights at a hotel? Is Artheon that expensive?
Atherton? I never stay there. I usually use the business hotel near the office. Anyways, that was, I just needed the money. What can I say?
Needed it for what? Come on, Rob, stop beating around the bush. What'd you use the money for? That was quite a chunk of my savings. I want to know where it went.
What can I say? I used it to, it wasn't an emergency situation. What can I say?
Sandy Carlson, was it? A 28-year-old part-time worker.
Where'd you hear that? How do you even know about her?
She was assigned to your section as a part-time contract receptionist, but they apparently let her go a couple of months ago.
Why do you even know this? Who told you? Did you steal around my back and get information from the office?
She lost her job recently. That's why she was evicted from her apartment and she had nowhere to go. That's when you come in, the knight in shining armor, Rob the hero to the rescues. Since you've been having an affair with her before she was let go, you decided to put her up in that hotel for a month. Then you finally found her a little apartment downtown, and you paid the deposit in the first month's rent. And apparently every month for the foreseeable future. How can you afford that? I have no idea. To pay for all this, you withdrew money from my account. How am I doing so far? Did I miss anything?
Why the hell do you know all this? Did you hire a private investigator to check up on me? You must have, otherwise you could never know this.
Come on, Rob. I thought you were smarter than that. I used to work at the same company as you before I resigned and found a better position. Or should I say I was headhunted. But I kept a lot of my old friends, who fortunately still work there. I hear things about you all the time. Most of it not very good, to be honest.
What, you gotta be kidding me! You don't work there anymore! You have no right to pry into my work situation. All that's confidential.
According to my former co-workers, this Sarah of yours, it seems she enjoys manipulating married guys like you to her advantage. She was apparently boasting to all her friends online about how she was so much better than the wives of all these married guys. This friend showed me some of the text and boy oh boy, she was gloating about how she had you in the palm of her hand. How she could make you do anything she wanted. How could you get bamboozled by dumb little beauty queen?
I wasn't bamboozled, she was in need, I had to help her.
Whatever. All I'm doing is making myself look silly for marrying a schmuck like you. Just makes me feel so miserable. I don't know what I saw in you, Rob.
Then how about you, forgive me? We forget it ever happened. What do you say? Let's start over.
Not in a million years, you moron.
Come on, Cindy, relax.
Relax? Are you really telling me to relax? You got nerve, buddy. I'm not going to relax until you are out of my life for good. Oh yeah, talk about relaxing. I'm here at the hotel right now. Along with my folks and yours. We stayed overnight. We all made reservations here. We're just down the hall, so let's have a meeting in your room, why don't we? We'll just stroll over there. Wait, what? Down the hall? What the hell are you talking about? My parents? Come on, Rob. Let us in. No use hiding. Let's talk. We knocked, but fortunately, the door was unlocked and we all made our way in. The room was quite large, definitely not a single. There were certainly no expecting us all to be standing at the foot of their bed this early in the morning. They looked totally flabbergasted. In order not to disturb the hotel guests, we all sat down and discussed the situation calmly, although I'm not sure I managed. We were able to get all the text information on their phones as evidence, even a few photos of them in the room. After that, we contacted our lawyer and he made arrangements to proceed with legal action against the two, including compensation, refund of the money used, and of course, divorce. It took a while, but it all went without a hitch. They agreed to pay the compensation. Better that dragging it through court for God knows how long. As for Rob and Sarah, they both moved into the apartment that Rob had found for her. So that was one saving grace on their part. I later learned that their rent was something like $1,600 per month. He was no longer able to dip into my bank account, so we had a hard time paying the rent, much less daily expenses. At work, he was relentlessly bombarded by gossip that he could not stand it any longer and ended up resigning. He apparently took on several part-time jobs, but that was only enough to cover the rent. Last I heard, he and Sarah were pinching their pennies to get by. I get the feeling they'll be moving out sooner than later.